Welcome to Commodity Analysis, and it's Wednesday, the 15th of May 2013, and it's the free E-mini S&P recap after a tremendous day yesterday. Huge spurt to the upside, and let's come back to what theme that we've been following. Our long-term view is that this fork here, you can see this pivot here, and this pivot here, this low here, are responsible for this fork. They give us this fork, and we, I believe, have been playing with this fork and in this fork, moving within this fork, heading towards this centerline target. Okay. Now that all looks very good, but just look at this. If I put this into the daily, and I know it's a bit skewed, just have a look at it now. It's a pierce. Now this is E-signal. Okay. This is E-signal. This happens on any platform. Remember, these bars, or if you're using candles, these candles, or if you're using bars, I should say, are our invention. This is the way we display data. The market has no concept of them. These are aberrations that appear. So, has the market actually? Does it believe has it actually achieved its center line? Because if it's showing in the daily as a hit, and in fact, let's go to the 60-minute. It's clearly not a hit in the 60-minute. Okay, and let's try. I'm switching now to log. That is log scale. Okay, which is also very important to use if you can use it, where you've got a very sharp, steep rate of ascent, like we've got here. Let's just do it again. There's log. Okay, this is simple arithmetic. Now I'm going to drop. I'm just going to drop down into MetaTrader. Let's drop down and let's have another look. This warrants, just before we have another look, there is our center line, and this is the 5-minute time frame. Look at these like reaction lines, and look at the price. Look at the actual price distribution along that line. See how it's different from this line. See how price here, I believe, thinks it's popped into that center line and falls away. And again here on this one this morning. Remember, these are all drawn automatically. I can't move these. That will automatically, when we refresh the chart, go back to its position. Same with this one here. They're all from historical forks, because that's what we're trading here. We're trading these reaction lines and the median lines of historical pitchforks. And we're right bang on the opening now. It's 3:30 in Europe, 2:30 in London, and 9 AM in New York. Let's just have a look at the 60-minute. There's our big fork, and yes, it does look a little bit cluttered, but let's just go up to the 240-minute. Have a look at this. Okay. Now that, to me, looks like a piercing of the center line. Does price think it's actually hit the center line? I'm not sure, but if it does, we can expect it to retrace. Let's have another look here. Now this is a reaction line I've been watching this morning. We had in early more European trade. We saw a little poke up, failed to make a higher high, and we've come away. You can have a look at that. I've gone over it with a manual trend line because it changes location, as you guys know. If anyone's taken the course, you'll know that's important to do. Look, let's have a look at it. The 50-minute, we're bang over it. There it is. Its tail down here. Again, it will automatically pop back. There it goes. Now we've got Wall Street open, and we seem to have found support, and we're so far trying to get through this line, but we may just duck down here, or we're going to go all the way back up, and let's just, so there it is. It's mauve in this fork. But if we go down to the 1 minute, and let's just, there we go. This is the, in fact, let me show you in this chart here. If we go to the 5-minute, right? There's yesterday, maybe that's the 5-minute, you think it's a touch. Now look at this in the 1 minute. The orange center line. Look, first up, poke, tick through, up. That's another historic. Forget that one at the top there. We're looking at the orange. This one, down. Here's the reaction line. Look at the price distribution. Don't expect it just to pop off this line, okay, all the time. Support on this median line here. Support, gap up. See how it gaps through this, by the way. Look at that. Gap up through this big center line. So why is price showing us that it's actually touched this line in the 1 minute yesterday? Here it is again. Support off this center line. Here's the downsloping reaction line. Look, price distribution along this line. Gap down through this tells us the sort of mood, and I use the word mood. I suppose the word could be mode. What mode is price in here? Well, you draw any down sloping fork yesterday and you wouldn't get a touch, even in the 1 minute. They were all, all fails, which showed you how high, price thought it was going, and what sort of mood it was in. And let's just have a look. If we go into the 5 minute, where's that entry I wanted to show you? It's either in one of these. I've got a superb entry I wanted to show you from yesterday. Let's go into the 15 minute. It's not in that one. It may just be in. Here we go. Look at this. Okay, this is a less cluttered chart. You'll appreciate this. Again, we've checked these pivots right down into the 1 minute time frame. They're, I take great exception to sloppy pivot marking. So these four, and again, just for looking in this here, let's have a look at yesterday. The same price patsy, the same distribution, the same pop through. Okay, these are in the 1 minute. These forks are anchored, so we know. Let's have a look at yesterday. Here's an entry. Okay, here is an entry. This is a classic reaction line entry. And where are we? Here we are. Here it is. Okay, yesterday. Let's get down to the 5 minute. Let's find it. Here we are. Where are we? Let's just find it very quickly. There it is. Okay. Now look at this. This was on shortly after the opening. Pop onto that line, fell away, and then down, retrace, and look at this. There's the old fib. Look at that. 0.382. And then up we go through that line there, and let's just see if we can find it again in this jungle of, there it is. So that shows you, see it's not showing as a touch there, but you can actually see in the 1 minute the up for it, and this is your entry point. Okay, this is your entry point here. You can wait till it goes through, make sure it hasn't failed, okay, and then your stop goes here. Anyway, looks like price is taking off. Let's look in the 15 minute. Up we go again. Okay, let's make sure this doesn't fail on the upper median line parallel as fork here. We'll later, and good trading.